Hey everybody, CoinWeek editor Charles Morgan here. I think it goes without saying that 2017 will be a year that we're going to remember for a long time. We poured over our year of reporting and came up with this top 5 list. At number 5, 1983D copper cent discovery. We saw Stax Bauer sell an 1804 dollar from the Pogue collection for millions in 2017, but for us and for you, the bigger story is that a collector discovered a 1983D Lincoln cent in bronze. The coin, which was sold for over $17,000, was found in change and is lightly circulated. When there's one, there's likely more waiting to be discovered, which is great news for you coin roll hunters. To discover one of these 3.10 gram mega rarities yourself, you'll need to get to work sorting out all of those 1983Ds. Best of luck, and we hope you find a really nice one. At number 4, the passing of Eric Newman. In November, Eric Newman passed away at the age of 106. He was the oldest living numismatist and perhaps one of the most important figures in the hobby for the past 70 years. Newman had an eye for quality and a mind devoted to voracious research. He wrote numerous books and articles, including the landmark book on the Novodell Fantastic 1804 dollar, in which, in an early draft, he called the diplomatic gift origin story of the Class 1 dollars a delusion. When the King of Siam set turned up in London in 1964, however, it forced Newman and his co-writer Ken Brissett to quickly change key sections of their book before it was released to the public. Coins and family occupied much of the life of Eric Newman, and for collectors who knew and admired him, he was the paterfamilias of our numismatic family. Number 3, the culture war and our money. 2 years ago on our year in review, we reported on the Woman on 20's effort to place Harriet Tubman on the $20 bill and replace Andrew Jackson. To say that Jackson is a controversial and divisive figure in history goes without saying, but even as the Obama administration seemed to put in place an initiative to make design changes to our nation's money to appeal to this public campaign, the election of Donald Trump throws this decision into doubt. One clue that Jackson might stay is hanging on the wall in the Trump Oval Office, where the 45th president has placed a painting of Jackson done by Ralph E.W. Earl. Then, in August, Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin told CNBC that the Tubman issue was not something he was focused on at the moment. CoinWeek's editorial board believes that a complete monetary overhaul would have been a better approach than the piecemeal one taken by the Lew Treasury Department. Besides, as a collector, aren't you tired of seeing the same old group of presidents and founding fathers that we've been using for years? We think change is good, and it would bring new people into our hobby, but change them all. Number 2, the big maple leaf heist. On March 27, officials at the Bode Museum in Berlin woke up to a nightmare scenario, discovering that a multi-million-dollar 100-kilogram pure gold coin on loan to the museum had been stolen in the middle of the night, apparently spirited away by thieves using rather rudimentary tools. Unlike most works of art that would lose their value unless sold intact or on the black market, the thieves could take this 100-kilo coin and melt it down and sell it piecemeal, virtually undetected. In July, German police released surveillance footage of 3 suspects that it felt were responsible for the theft, and then a week later, using DNA, the forensics team tracked the thieves to a family that had been known to the police for their involvement in racketeering, drug smuggling, and the arms trade. One of the arrested suspects was also a museum security guard. The coin, however, has never been recovered. And our number 1 story of 2017, the bullion coin collapse. Precious metals prices did not crash this year, but other investments outpaced metals, leading to a sharp decline in bullion coin sales at the U.S. Mint. When you see how metal fared against other investments, you'll understand why. The Dow Jones Industrial Average began the year at 19,881 at the end of trading on Thursday, December 28. The Dow continued its historic bull market run and is now at 24,830. The crypto market has been red hot for more than a year now. One Bitcoin cost $976 on January 1 and was selling at $14,617 when we made this video, a staggering climb that would have turned a $67,000 investment into $1 million over the course of the year. Gold and silver was up though, but not nearly as much. Gold opened at $1148 and will end the year at just under $1,300. Silver stayed mostly flat, gaining less than $1 an ounce since the beginning of 2017. These facts and the fact that metals have not recovered from their Obama period peak shows that investors are now looking to score big and not store money in financial security products like precious metals. So what's in store for next year? Tune into CoinWeek and find out. From all of us, have a happy new year. We'll see you in 2018.